Video games. Video games are incredible. They allow you to interact with creations in a way no other art form can. They allow players to take part in a developer's dreams. The variety of epic experiences were propelled even higher in 2021. Today, we celebrate some of the industry's finest creations. Welcome to the GWM Awards, the top 10 greatest games of 2021. And now, introducing your host, Robert of Gaming With Me.
Hello everyone! Thank you so much to everyone who came out here today live, and thank you to everyone watching at home. We have an amazing show for you tonight. It's a very special one. We have a lot of great guests to present the top 10. But before we start, I just wanted to say that 2021 was massive for video games. There were so many cool looking games that I wanted to check out in 2021, which is why it's 2024, essentially 2025, celebrating 2021. I don't want to judge a year's worth of games when I didn't even get to play 80% of what I wanted to play. That's why these award shows are years apart from each other. I wanted to experience what these amazing developers crafted. And so I did. I played and finished 97 video games from 2021, which is more than I thought. That doesn't include the 6 multiplayer games that I also played. All those games I was interested in. But 10 years ago, many of these games I would have never played because I would have never taken the time to actually play each one. And you know what? A lot of them I ended up loving and will cherish those experiences forever. Yeah. And look, that doesn't mean I don't play some of the latest games day one that I'm super excited about from time to time, because I will. But I don't want to go into a new year without playing potential new favorites. Well, why don't we look at some of our new favorites? I'm happy to present. Thank you. I'm happy to introduce our first guest to present number 10. He's a fellow friend from Granadime, a lover of all things aquatic, Gonza, the Cathartic Killer.
Thank you for having me. I love the pleasures of gaming. I may not be from your pathetic planet, but Granadime has many spectacular games to play, none of which we will discuss today. I'm here to present the number 10 greatest game of 2021, which is Solar Ash.
The stylish action-adventure platformer Solar Ash is number 10. Solar Ash has some of the best feeling controls in any game I've ever played. I love momentum-based movement, and that's what this game is all about. Inspired by games such as Super Mario Galaxy, you'll be controlling Ray, a Void Runner, through beautifully creative, gravity-defying worlds to stop anomalies and save your planet. I loved gliding through these areas with an interesting backstory to tell. The combat is simple yet satisfying to pull off when flowing through sections. The massive bosses you encounter are the most thrilling parts of the journey as you fluidly skate on the backs of these behemoths, attacking their points until there's nothing of them left. The atmosphere of the space journey is quiet and lonely, with remnants of the past all around you. It's a great mixture of amazing world design, incredible controls, and a very entertaining gameplay loop. Congrats to Heart Machine and Annapurna Interactive. Solar Ash really does have that amazing movement that I love to see in games. Let's introduce our next guest to present number 9. He's one of the hosts of Back of the Backlog, a star in the Fantastic Beasts franchise, Niffler.
Time flies, doesn't it? It's been 2 years since the last GWM Awards. I'm glad to be back here as I love highlighting some amazing video games. I'd love to say this is my 9th favorite game of 2021, but I don't even know what is in the envelope. So let's see what's in the envelope. The 9th greatest game of 2021 is Inscription.
The cryptic roguelike deck building game Inscription is number 9. Honestly, I don't even know how to describe this game, but I'll try my best. What seems to be a simple card game turns out to be something way more mysterious. You are thrown in this world with no knowledge of anything, but as time goes on, you start to uncover secrets within the world around you. There's a blended mix of genres from puzzle solving to adventure to even horror. You'll play in first person and even third person with the story that takes place in the game and outside the game. It's bizarre and fantastic with its amazingly unique atmosphere. Once the game sinks its hooks on you, you'll constantly go for one more run in its addictive card game, and you'll also say, "Holy shit, this is amazing," when the game surprises to be more than what you see again and again. Congrats to Daniel Mullins Games and Devolver Digital. You know, Inscription gets murdered on Windows with spell check thinking it's the word Inscription, even though the game Inscription gets more searches than the word. Like, I put a capital I, Microsoft, I know what I'm doing. Anyway, let's introduce our next guest to present number 8. He's a goddamn icon for kindness. He's a star of his own films, Paddington.
Thank you for letting me host the GWM Awards. I like to play video games with Mr. Brown, as Aunt Lucy is not very good at them. Perhaps it's her paws. Sometimes I get very angry playing games. I yell, "Fuck!"
Whoa!
I'm sorry, am I not allowed to curse?
You can. I just didn't expect it from you of all people.
Oh, right, well, I'm getting off topic anyway. The 8th greatest game of 2021 is Psychonauts 2.
The psychedelic platformer Psychonauts 2 is number 8. You follow the Psychonauts intern Raz on a mind-bending journey to stop Maligula. This game is full of creative and unique level design that constantly adds variety to what you are exploring. Travel inside the minds of different characters, creating set pieces that surprise with environments that change on the fly. With Raz's sidekick abilities, you'll be interacting with the level designs, often helping the minds of the characters you enter, tying the gameplay and narrative strongly together. The narrative tackles some heavy issues such as mental health in a great way with its fantastic lineup of characters. With the gameplay and narrative working together hand in hand, enhances both the execution of the level design and the emotions of the story perfectly. It's a super unique trip that will stay in your mind for a very long time. Congrats to Double Fine and Xbox Game Studios. I'd imagine while playing this game on LSD would be quite a journey. And if you are someone who has done that, please let me know because I would like to know all the weird details. Let's take it to our next guest. He's another host of Back at the Backlog, the lovable alien, Finn.
Awesome to be back for another GWM Awards. Video games are cool as hell, and awarding them feels even cooler. 2021 had a lot of games, but only one can be the 7th greatest game, which is Lost Judgment.
The massive action-adventure Lost Judgment is number 7. In this Yakuza spin-off, you'll be investigating a twisted murder case as Yagami. Although that's not all, as there's so much side content to check out that is genuinely fantastic. This series just has some of the best side content ever, and Lost Judgment continues that. Side stories that could each literally be its own entire game, but is all here optionally, which is just insane. The combat is some of the most entertaining combat I've experienced in a game, taking out enemies with the environment around you, watching your opponents flail around with ragdoll physics, making it hilariously satisfying. While there's plenty of humor and funny scenarios with the side content, the main story really dives deeper into some mature themes such as bullying and sexual harassment in its well-written, darker story. The cast of characters are incredibly likable, with their own individual personalities presented in entertaining cutscenes. There's just a ton to this game with its sheer variety of things to do, and they somehow managed to make it a well-paced, cohesive package. Congrats to Ryuga, Gotobu Studio, and Sega. You can inject this whole Like a Dragon Judgment universe into my veins, because goddamn, these games are fucking fun, man. Injecting into my veins. This is already the second drug-related reference. I don't do drugs. I'm serious. I know I don't seem serious, but I am. Alright, let's move on before the whole world thinks I'm a drug addict. Speaking of drugs, our next guest is a literal drug. Can't make this up. We settled our beef from last time. I don't care where he is under Peach, as long as he's sending me the photos with her consent, of course. Toad!
Are you serious right now? You're calling me a drug?
Oh, come on. Really?
Yes, really? What if I called you a bitch-ass cracker?
You just did. I don't care. This isn't very appropriate right now.
Oh, now you want to be appropriate. Well, suck my mushroom tip, you cunt!
You need to leave!
Sorry, everyone. Sorry. I'd like to apologize for this drugs behavior. You're never coming back here. You know that, right?
I don't want to be back anyway. Let's get this shit over with. The 6th greatest game of 2021 is Bowser's Fury.
The creative platformer Bowser's Fury is number 6. I love platforming Mario. It's my favorite franchise, so when a new entry comes out, it's always up at the top of my most anticipated list. Bowser's Fury is a shorter 3D Mario with a grand scope. Mario and Bowser Jr., the greatest Mario character by the way, team up to restore Bowser to normal, as he's now a dark, gigantic, sludge-filled version of himself called Fury Bowser. The formula is changed up once again by having Mario scour through this open world of Lake Lapcat to collect cat shines. It's a super interesting concept of taking levels and having them be a part of this seamless open area. The world design feels effortlessly creative with its fun level designs mixed with its catchy music that you'll be humming. When Fury Bowser kicks in, the world changes, new shines can be found, and asses can be kicked. The boss battles with Fury Bowser are some of the best boss battles in this series' history. Even with its condensed scale, Bowser's Fury showcases why Mario is still the platforming king. Congrats to Nintendo. Fun fact, the Bowser's Fury theme actually plays in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which hyped the fuck out of me when I heard it in theaters. So damn good. Anyway, let's move on to the next guest. He's the last host of Back of the Backlog. You already know his name. Kylo.
We're halfway through the show today. Hope everyone's having a great time. Awesome. Love to hear it. We love to put this show on. As for the next award, we are awarding the 5th greatest game of 2021, which is The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
The mysterious visual novel adventure The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles is number 5. This huge storyline follows Ryunosuke Naruhodo, a student studying law through many different court cases in Britain during the Victorian era. This game features one of the best stories I've experienced in a game, with its fantastic cast of characters with their unique personalities and well-written dialogue. Taking place in this time period allowed for a very interesting take on the Ace Attorney franchise, creating stories that tackle themes such as racism and Japan's struggle to create a relationship with Britain. The cases are always so interesting, with so many twists that I would have never thought of. Breaking down cross-examinations with evidence you find and piecing them together to find out the truth of cases feels incredible. The presentation is top-notch with gorgeous artwork, hilariously fantastic and badass animations, and an amazing soundtrack. It's a huge 80-hour storyline that constantly surprises. These were some of the best characters I've seen this year, and their stories genuinely brought smiles, laughter, and tears to my eyes by the end. Congrats to Capcom. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles has some of the greatest sound effects in a game ever. I love hearing the characters yelling, the slamming of desks, it's all so good. Next up, we have our next guest to present number 4. He's a lover of goth and everything atmospheric. Legend of Retro.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you, Robert, of Gaming With Me. It is such an honor to be here with all of you tonight to celebrate video games. I love video games. I've been playing since the day I was born, and I'll be playing since the day that I die. Every game deserves to be loved and honored, from the AAA games in the ivory tower to the shitty cesspool of indie devs down below that nobody cares about. Tonight, it is my privilege to introduce the Game of the Year of 2021. Can I have the sealed envelope, please? Thank you very much. This envelope, sealed by Robert of Gaming With Me himself, totally unaltered, is the Game of the Year of 2021. And the video game of the Year of 2021 is Button Kaitos! Let's go! No! Stop! Let me go! It's Button Kaitos! Of course it's Button Kaitos! It's always Button Kaitos! Fuck! No, let me go! Stop! Get your hands off me! Sorry everyone. I must have had the wrong envelope. Even though I'm pretty sure it was the right one. They gave me this. Apparently this is the 4th greatest game of 2021. I'm gonna open it. The 4th greatest game of 2021, apparently, is Death's Door!
The atmospheric action-adventure game Death's Door is number 4. You play as a crow who works as a reaper for this Afterlife Soul Collection office. The mission is to collect 3 giant souls and open this mysterious Death's Door. First off, I love the premise. Playing as a crow taking souls is so unique and plays it for both comedic purposes and some emotional strengths. The characters you encounter awesomely react to just seeing you, as they ask if they're the next ones to die. This beautiful world is filled with enemies to take on with its fast-paced, entertaining combat and thrilling boss battles. Your weapons are satisfying to use as you upgrade them, feeling a nice sense of progression for your crow. It's a challenging yet fair adventure through a nice variety of locations in this world. The atmosphere is quiet and quite grim at times, with unsurprisingly death-related references mixed with an incredible soundtrack that amps up the mood when needed. Death is around every corner, and cool enough in this game, it's you. Congrats to Acid Nerd and Devolver Digital. That crow just might be my favorite character from this year. I love that design, it's awesome. I need a plush of it or something. Do they have that? That'd be sweet. That'd be awesome. Anyway, our next host knows a thing or two about presenting Game Awards, as he's done one before. Yeah, that's right. We're talking about actor, comedian, Joel McHale.
Oh my gosh. Hi there, everybody. Joel McHale here for the GWM Awards. Can't believe that I'm here. Thank you so much for having me. Once again, it's Joel McHale dressed as a series regular from Yellowstone for some reason. Anyways, as you know, I was part of VGX a few years ago. I hosted back in 1967. But it's great to be back here at the GWM Awards. I'm very excited to be giving away third best game of 2021. Can't believe we're still here. Can't believe we're doing this. It's just wonderful. Anyway, the third best game of 2021 is... Okay, there's not a lot of tension, but it's Metroid Dread, everybody. Metroid Dread. Congratulations, Metroid Dread. What a game you were in 2021. And now, here is some footage of the game and a lot of clapping. Let's cut to it. Thanks for having me. It's Joel McHale here. There we go. There's that game footage and some clapping.
The fast-paced action-adventure Metroid-like Metroid Dread is number 3. Samus travels to planet ZDR to investigate a potential appearance of a dangerous parasitic species. Trouble quickly brews up in this awesome adventure. Samus controls fantastically as you maneuver around this deadly world with a fast pace. Every screen of this journey has something going on with expertly crafted map design that is a joy to explore. It's also incredibly intense when facing an enemy. These robots that legitimately hunt you down when entering their areas with sound effects that will make you clench the controller to find an exit as fast as you can. Boss battles are challenging, entertaining, and a lot of fun, testing you on your upgrades along the way. That satisfying Metroid exploration is here for the first time in HD, and it looks amazing with beautiful backgrounds. Cutscenes showcase Samus in the most badass form she's ever been. It's a sci-fi adventure filled with smart design, and yes, an atmosphere filled with dread. Congrats to Mercury Steam and Nintendo. The Emmys in Metroid Dread had me go... Our next guest to present number 2 is the creator of one of the longest running podcasts ever, The Juice is Loose. Home theater connoisseur, Terminator Juice. Oh shit, you're coming on this stage?
Yeah, I'm coming on stage. You invited me here, man. Get the hell out of here. Move it. All right. Thank you. It's an honor to be here at the GWM Awards. And I'm a presenter. And, I see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd. Awesome. Alana, good to see you again. That's not the dress we talked about this morning, but you still look great. So maybe we can hang out again. Yeah, call me. Who else? Reggie. Hey man, we miss you. I heard a rumor that you're coming back to Nintendo of America. Is that true? Well, I hope it is. I know everybody here wants that to be true. Let's hear it for Reggie. Reggie! Yeah, let's go. Who else do we got? Phil. Yeah, man. You look good. Yeah, you look good. Who else we got? Kojima. Konnichiwa. What's that? A golden retriever puppy in your lap, or is? Oh, that's you, Jeff. Hey, Jeff. How's it going? Didn't expect to see you. Hey, didn't your mom ever tell you not to speak with your mouth full, man? I don't know. Swallow it. Ooh. Yeah. What does Rob always say? Spitters or quitters? Somebody might want to get him a napkin, but anyway, let's get on to the award for second best game of 2021, and the winner is, I have no idea. It is Returnal.
The challenging roguelike third-person shooter Returnal is number 2. We follow Celine, an astronaut who is stuck in a time loop on the planet Atropos. As it's a roguelike, dying sends you back to the beginning of the game, but getting further into this incredibly well-designed sci-fi planet with each run feels so damn satisfying. Celine moves with a fast pace with some of the best movements in a shooter as you shoot and dodge your way around unique alien creatures who throw around a lot of deadly projectiles in different shapes and forms. It is a hard-ass game that you slowly start to master. When the game clicks and hands you your favorite weapon, supplies you with health, and you learn the enemies in the different biomes, you become a goddamn badass, ripping through anything that stands in your way, creating that ultimate run. The music is great and ramps the intensity of situations up. The story that you learn over the many deaths is quite interesting with a mysterious hook to it. It's a fantastic sci-fi adventure that left me sweating by the end.
Congrats to Housemarque and Sony. Returnal had some of the craziest, most intense gaming moments I've had in a while. I don't even know if I blinked one time on playing that game. Anyway, it is time to reveal 2021's Game of the Year. There have been so many games, but only one can be number 1. 2021's Game of the Year is... It Takes Two!
The brilliant cooperative action-adventure game It Takes Two is number 1. You play as either Cody or May, a couple who are planning a divorce, but when they turn into handmade dolls because of their daughter's wishes, they must work together to find out how to get back into their normal bodies and perhaps solve their relationship issues along the way. This game is a masterclass in game design. The game must be played in co-op because everything was designed with 2 people working together in mind. They constantly shake up the gameplay by giving you and the other players something different to play around with. One chapter will have a player with a hammerhead and the other with a nail you could throw, allowing the person with the hammer to swing across areas the other person can't. Another will have one person grow massive and the other tiny, allowing you to explore different areas and perform different puzzles at the same time. One has a person with one side of a magnet while the other person having the other side, creating some awesome pushing and pulling puzzles. It moves at a fast pace with just a ton of gameplay variety, creating so many memorable and masterfully crafted sections. It controls perfectly with some really nice movement and great platforming action. The bosses are some of the coolest bosses, featuring hilarious and unique enemy types. I was consistently blown away at how many one-off amazing gameplay elements would be introduced. It's an over-the-top adventure that was created with pure love. It's consistently fun, incredibly unique, and masterfully created. It is an absolute modern-day classic in my eyes, as one of the most entertaining gaming adventures you could ever go on. For these reasons and a lot more, It Takes Two is 2021's Game of the Year. Congrats to Hazlight Studios and Electronic Arts. While EA did help publish this game, Hazlight Studios is an independent developer. There is something so great that the best game of 2021 was an indie game. In fact, half this list was made by independent developers, and that is just great for the industry. You know, with so many layoffs that's been happening, there's something to be said about indie games, and I think a lot of these bigger studios should be looking at what these smaller guys are doing, as I feel a lot of the times they do it better. Well, that's it. 2021 had a ton of amazing games. I could honestly keep talking about so many right here, but that's not what the show is. I want to thank all the guests that came out here to present. It was a pleasure working with everybody. Absolutely. And I want to thank everyone here that is watching live. Seriously. And of course, I want to thank all the awesome people watching at home. It means the world to me. Hope you all come back for the GWM Awards for 2022. It'll be a while till that happens, but while we wait, let's go play some video games. Good night, everyone. Thank you.